Okay, there's this big misconception that I want us to, let's get comfy, let's get snuggled in. There's this big misconception that men who are complete jerks, they do things that are quite obvious, right? That makes them jerks. He's going to do things that are quite obvious when it comes to isolating you from your friends and family. He's going to make up stories about how your friends are jealous of you. You spend too much time with your friends. Oh, I think your friends are trying to come on to me. Something to try to incite emotions in you that will make you agree with him and start to pull away from your friends and family a little bit or a lot or completely. If he doesn't like your job or new opportunities that you've gotten, he'll kind of do a little bit of the same. He'll say obvious things like, you're always at work, you're always preoccupied with your job, why don't you spend more time at home? I wish you paid more attention to me, I wish you paid more attention to your family, like making it seem like you're a complete monster who's neglected your family. He might do obvious things to sabotage you by making you late for work, by, I don't know, slashing a tire or something like that, or pretending to be sick, or creating some emergency that's not real. Or your amazing husband who you thank your lucky stars for every single day, that treats you like a queen and an equal partner, and you'd rather chop off his arm than ever lay a hand on you, could do something that's socially acceptable and that seems perfectly fine. And it would look something like this. You've gotten a new job or a really amazing opportunity, okay? Maybe you're finally developing your social circle and you're getting out a lot more. Maybe you finally reached your fitness goals, any number of things. And all of a sudden, he comes to you and says, I think this would be a perfect time to have a baby. I know you've been wanting another one for a while. What an amazing time for us to have another child. Or it could also look like you have some remarkable things happening for you, and all of a sudden he has to propose to you right at the pinnacle of your successful moment, because it can't just be about you. He has to some way wiggle in there and make it about him so that people can stop talking about you and talk about him. And now nobody's talking about your amazing accomplishment of graduating college. Nobody's talking about your amazing accomplishment of starting your first business. Now everybody's talking about him and how amazing he was and what a good job he did at picking out your ring and how romantic he was for the proposal he picked and made for you. Y'all see where I'm going with this, right? A big misconception that women fall for is that just because their man isn't obviously doing things that are abusive and toxic, that everything is cool. Never underestimate. Get closer now. Get closer. Never underestimate the audacity of a man or his ego when it feels threatened. Do you really think, okay, that your husband, who's used to coming home to a hot meal and a clean house, kids already taken care of, the most he might do is watch the kids for 30 minutes while you run to Target real quick, do you really think that Jim is going to let you have a thriving social life, girl? Do you really think that your successful businessman husband is going to allow you to have opportunities that might possibly outshine anything that he's done? Your amazing boyfriend might be proud of the success that you've gotten. It's been cool. But when you start getting awards and invited to shit, yeah, he's not gonna like being in your shadow. I mean, he might say it, but he's gonna figure out some way to make himself be the center of fucking attention, to get it off of you. And if it can't be all on him, at the very least, it needs to be on the both of you in that relationship. One thing that keeps a lot of women trapped in bad relationships is the fact that they think, well, I'm not getting cheated on, I'm not getting abused, he is a good man, so of course all of his intentions and everything that he does is also good. He wants a baby because he's a family man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I couldn't say that with a straight face. I've heard lots of women say this. Men want kids the way kids want puppies. They know you're going to end up taking care of everything. They just want to take some cute pictures to post on social media. They want to be able to say they have a dog, do the fun part of naming it, but most of the responsibility is going to be on you. So let's be fucking for real here, okay? What do you mean he proposed to you at your first album launch party because he's so romantic? Girl, please. He hates the fact that you're successful, possibly outshining him, and that the spotlight is on you. So now, instead of everybody remembering your album launch party and how amazing your album is and congratulating you on the success of getting signed and everything that goes along with it, now guess what everybody's going to be talking about? Him. How romantic he was, how beautiful the ring he chose for you was, how amazing the proposal was. No more about your accomplishment, all about him and your relationship. And these are all socially acceptable ways that men will sabotage women. Because I mean, what person doesn't want a beautiful family with a man who loves being a father? What woman who doesn't desire marriage doesn't want a romantic surprise proposal? We love these beautiful stories. We love them. We eat them. We eat them up. People keep saying that men are dumb. Stop it. Stop it. They're actually quite smart. I've actually done a few videos on some of the things that we can learn from them that if we apply them to our lives, we would be so much more successful and our standards would be a lot higher. Over the years, movies and TV shows have put this idea in our heads that toxic men or men with bad intentions have a certain look, or there's red flags all along that are piping hot and obvious. And women argue with me in my comment section, or they try to argue because I don't respond, I just block. But they'll argue about my husband would never, John would never, because he is so amazing. But honey, John would. And the fact that you think he is amazing and is incapable of having the audacity that most men have is what's going to get you to fall into the traps that he sets for you, or has already set for you, or will continue to set for you. So there you go.